Hey Dad Bods and Return to Yourself, it's Jay and I've just finished my little high intensity interval training workout, and so I'm going to be going into a little stretch and meditation session, and if you'd like to join me, sure can. If you're not worked out, that's okay. You may not be quite as flexible because I'm all warmed up and all kind of loosey-goosey now, so we're just going to start. I've already had my workout, so we're just going to start by planting our feet out wide. I'm going to take a few deep breaths here. Feel myself, shoulders back, taking a few big deep breaths in, 3 to 4 seconds in your nose, 4 to 6 seconds out of your mouth, and just taking a couple big deep breaths here. Bringing myself into my body with each breath. Listening to my body, feeling it settle into the ground, gravity pulling me down. Awesome. So just bringing my hands up nice and tall, bringing myself up, stretching it upwards, feeling that come up wide. I'm going to take my left arm, bringing it down to my thigh, stretching across, looking up past my fingertips, and feeling that stretch all the way down my side from my lats into my obliques, all the way up. Stretching up tall. Now, both hands up again, right hand down, stretching across, feeling that tug, feeling that tug. Bringing up both hands up now. I'm just gonna gently come with a nice strong back, coming down low. I'm just gonna hang here for a second. Fold my arms, just a gentle rock on either side, so it just gives a nice little tiny tug to each side. I'm feeling it right here in my hamstring, but try to also make sure it's getting into that lower back too, so just make sure you're coming down and getting that into your lower back. Arms folded. Just like this. Now I'm going to grab that invisible baby. I'm like she's on a rotation. I'm just going to turn it one way like this, so I'm back down in those sides, into my core, turning it the other way, all the way down my side on the other side. Breathing in, and out, holding it. Breathing in, holding it. Excellent. Back to center. Holding that spot like this one more time. I'm gonna get a little extra for myself since I'm working on my flexibility. You don't have to, but I'm warm, so I'm gonna do this just to get myself a little lower. All right, now with long, strong arms and back, coming up all the way up tall. Put my hands into my hips. Now I wanna get those hip flexors open, stretching those nice out and wide, trying to feel that in there. Sometimes I like to give just a little turn on either side, so I give each side a little something, something, just a little something, something to make sure that they're open. Just like that. Excellent. Go all the way back up tall and go all the way through the same cycle again. Coming up tall, stretching nice and long. Breathing in and out. Up on that right side, stretching it up tall. Feeling that up tall. Breathing in. Other side. All the way across. Up nice and tall. Just like that. Now both hands all the way up. Same thing, out wide. Nice, strong, flat back. Coming down low. And hang. Just let gravity do the work right now. No need to push yourself hard. I might push myself a little bit, but that's because I've worked out and I'm warm and a little gooey, which is good. So I'm just gonna hang here for a second. Maybe give myself a little something more into my back and into my hamstrings. Just like that. All right, grabbing that little gerbil, turning it one way, a little gerbil, pivoting it on one side. And pivoting it on the other side, holding it down on either side, getting that stretch into either side, back to the first side, turn, 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 getting that, making sure you're working that stretch, and then the other way, turn, 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 turn. Excellent, great. Hang here one more second. We're gonna get down onto the ground a little bit. So we're just gonna hang here for a moment. Brilliant, so I'm putting my hands down, putting my knees down. We're gonna move into cat-cow. So I'm gonna breathe in, and while I do that, I'm gonna lower my belly to the floor straight down and my head up. So I'm gonna breathe in Into cow. I'm gonna turn sideways for you so you can see it. And breathe out. Nice arch back. Really get that up nice and high. Get that stretch. Breathe in. Excellent. And breathe out. One more time. Breathing in. And out. All right, we're gonna roll over all the way flat now. First thing we're gonna do is just put both of our legs in front of us. Get a nice tall posture here, feel that out. Now take your right leg, bend it. Bring it over your left on top. I'm placing my right hand behind me, my left hand against my knee. I'm just gonna get a nice little turn this way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna breathe in and release it, and when I breathe out, really get that twist in. Get that twist in, do it again. Push it out. Nice, good stretch there. One more time. Awesome. I'm going to take that left leg, just bend it where it is, like that. And try one more time. Out. And again. Excellent. Switching legs now, put them both out in front of you. Get back into that nice tall posture, shoulders back, feel that out. I'm gonna turn side the other way so you can see it. So nice and tall, taking your left leg now, drop it over your right leg, elbow into your left knee, breathing in and turning. And again. And again. Now bringing that right knee in so that we're opening up this hip on this side, so you should feel it in the inner thigh here. Same thing. So I feel my hip activating, my adductors on the inside activating. And again. Last thing is just going to do a little quad stretch, but this is a lying down quad stretch, so you don't have to stress yourself too much. You're just going to hop on down here. I'm going to take my hat off for a moment. Well, I can kind of leave it on. And all you do is taking your right hand, reach back, grabbing your right leg. You don't have to lift it off the ground. You're just pulling it into your glute, not too hard, just until you feel a little tension there. And that's a good little quad stretch without stressing yourself too much or hanging up or trying to balance, but just getting that quado stretched out. Just holding that for a little bit. All right, other side. Right hand down. I'm placing my forehead on my arm. Left hand to left, bringing that back. That's good. All the way from the quad into the knee, getting a little mobility into that knee. Part of exercise fitness is maximum range of motion, so all these stretches are helping you to extend into that maximum range of motion. And breathing. All right. Coming up into our little lotus position. Just gonna get ourselves here so we can practice, end our day, end our workout. We're into our body. One thing that's beautiful about our body is our body is always present. Our mind tends to go past and future, but the only thing our body can experience is the present. So after a good workout, after a good stretch, is a time to enter into our body and be simply present for a moment. So I'm just gonna sit up into our lotus position. I'm gonna start with the crown of my head. Bringing my head back, shoulders back. I'm going to start relaxing from the top of my head, bringing it down into my face, letting my face open and melt. letting my jaw hang open just a little bit. Put a little smile on your face. Smiling actually begins to release endorphins, that good hormone, that good feeling. So a little smile, shoulders now drooping down, core holding myself up, feeling it down into my hands, hands relaxed, arms relaxed, and just gonna breathe. Breathe out, I like to restrict that breath a little bit to allow me to extend that so that I'm not just kind of going like that, but I hold onto that breath. Hara breathing, they call that, so you kind of go. Just like that. With every breath coming into center, bringing myself into the center of my body, listening to my body. If my mind gets distracted and I start thinking about things, it's okay. Just bring yourself back to the centering breath. So we're going to do a little meditation of welcoming. We're going to welcome this day. We're going to start by just taking our hands, placing them down next to us, placing them on the ground next to us. We're going to start by welcoming the earth, welcoming all that is in the earth. Hands down, welcoming soil, mineral, tectonic planks, and bacteria and worms and beetles and grubs. Welcoming roots that dig deep, trees, welcoming coyote and bunny, saying good morning to humanity, to all that is in the earth. And to seas and plankton and whale, shark, jellyfish. Ostrich and tiger. Just take a few deep breaths, welcoming the earth. Thinking of the earth as a you, not an it. Welcoming your part connected to the great, beautiful earth. All right. Placing our hands up now. We're going to welcome sky and space and galaxies. And so, placing hands up, we're going to welcome the birds that fly. Welcome wind, cloud. Say good morning to sun, moon, and stars that are hidden but still shining bright above us. To the dust, asteroid belts. Welcoming the Crab Nebula and the places in the universe that are still birthing stars. Just going to welcome. A hand on our chest. Another hand right about where our belly button is. We're going to welcome ourselves. We're going to welcome our body, muscle and tissue and sinew. Welcoming the blood flow. lungs and diaphragm. To neurons that fire, and to toes that balance. Welcome all of those parts of our body that work and labor so that we might breathe. Just welcome yourself fully into the day. Just welcome all of you present into this day. Taking your left hand, placing it on the ground next to you, taking your right hand, holding it up. We're going to welcome it all into us and through us. We're going to use that spiritual imagination to imagine the flow of the universe, that everything that comes and goes from earth to sea to air to galaxy to self, that the energy that flows through all things is flowing through us from ground to sky and back again, that we are connected, all three. For those of a Christian background, thinking of this as a living Trinity, the ground of our being, the spirit that moves and flows, the incarnation of self and Christ and self, all present, living and flowing, all three active and moving at the same time, just breathing. Welcoming the day. All right, starting to bring myself back to center, relaxing my hands, moving my hands, moving my neck, opening, wiggling my toes, wiggling fingers, bringing back to center, but holding on to that sense of connection, not abandoning that as if that was a moment, but that is our state of being for the day. So I'm just going to start to wake myself up, stretching my back, rotating myself around, waking up, bringing myself back here. And I just want to say good morning. You're alive, man. Have a great day.